Welcome back to Famous Daily, the place where we reveal the real stories behind Hollywood's brightest lights. Stories that not only help you understand the stars, but also expose the shadows hidden beneath the glamour. Today, we revisit the most painful chapter in the life of a legend, Shirley Temple. Shirley Temple, America's little angel and the childhood that was stolen. Before her passing, Shirley Temple said a sentence that left all of Hollywood in stunned silence. "People thought I was a little angel, but the truth is I lost my innocence when I was 3. And that wasn't a metaphor, it was her final confession, from a woman long worshipped as the single beam of light during America's darkest years. The little girl with perfect curls and a smile bright enough to save an entire studio from bankruptcy had been carrying a burden far too heavy for more than 50 years. Because the very films that made America adore her were the same ones that robbed her of her childhood. The sparkling scenes on screen were nothing more than a mask hiding a brutal truth. Behind the laughter, Shirley endured things no 3-year-old child should ever experience. What made America's most perfect little girl live her whole life with a sense of shame? And why did she call the period when the world celebrated her a heaven built on pain? Age 3, the moment she entered Hollywood was also the moment she lost her childhood. In 1931, 3-year-old Shirley Temple was taken by her mother to the Meglin Dance School. Gertrude Temple only wanted her daughter to have fun, but in the Great Depression, fun quickly turned into a dream of survival. Weeks later, director Charles Lamont discovered Shirley and immediately wanted her under contract. Gertrude agreed instantly, unaware, or unwilling to admit, what awaited her daughter behind the studio doors. Shirley's first contract was with Educational Pictures. The name sounded harmless, but the studio produced baby burlesques, now considered one of the most exploitative series involving children in Hollywood history. Children were dressed like adults, placed in scenarios they couldn't possibly understand. Adults laughed, the audience laughed, but no one asked how the children felt. The Black Room, a place where children were punished with a block of ice. Behind the Hollywood Boulevard soundstage was a small, dark room. Inside was a large block of ice. Not a prop, not a piece of equipment, but a tool to punish child actors. Any child who cried from exhaustion, feared the lights, or looked away from the camera would be locked inside. The steel door closed. Their cries disappeared into the darkness. Outside, adults continued discussing camera angles, scripts, and profits. Shirley later wrote in her memoir Child Star, "I was put in there so many times I couldn't count." A 3-year-old child pressed against a freezing block of ice, trembling in the dark, learning the so-called consequences of not cooperating. No one asked if she was scared, no one asked if she was cold, no one asked if she wanted to go home. In that darkness, Shirley had only one question: what did I do wrong? It stayed with her for the rest of her life. Invisible wounds that followed her into adulthood. Baby burlesques was only the beginning. By age 6 to 7, Shirley had become the biggest star in the world. Studios relied on her as their lifeline during the Depression. Her smile sold millions of tickets. This also made her an easy target in a Hollywood dominated by powerful men behind the scenes. At age 12, she experienced an inappropriate incident at MGM but was scolded as if she had done something wrong. At 17, she faced an even more dangerous situation, one she believed could have changed her life forever if no adult had entered the room. She never revealed details, only saying, "My childhood was built on foundations I never controlled." A brutal work schedule during her golden years. From ages 6 to 11, Shirley worked under a schedule even adults would break under. Filming from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., with less than an hour of rest. In The Little Colonel, she had to tap dance down a stairway hundreds of times until her toenails tore and bled. Her mother only asked, "Can you still dance?" and Shirley nodded, like a reflex to please adults. Her iconic curls required 56-pin curls every day, rolled with hot metal rods soaked in vinegar, burning her scalp and keeping her awake at night. She once said, "I was a puppet, and the strings were the ambitions of adults. When the little angel grew up." Hollywood never forgives a child for growing. When Shirley grew a few extra centimeters, her entire career collapsed almost overnight. Audiences didn't want a grown Shirley Temple. They wanted the 6-year-old singing on the good ship Lollipop Forever. At 15, she was considered washed up. The wrong marriage and the greatest betrayal. After a turbulent marriage to John Agar, Shirley retired at 22. But her worst heartbreak was yet to come. Her trust account, which should have held $3 million from all the years she worked since age 3, had only $44,000 left. Her father had spent everything. When asked why she didn't sue him, her answer stunned the world. "Family is more important than money. And I was too tired to hold on to hatred," her moment of rebirth. Only when she met the man she called the only peace in my life, did Shirley begin a life that truly belonged to her. No more bright lights, no more pressure, no more being America's little angel, Shirley Temple once said. "I only found peace when no one called me Shirley Temple anymore," a sentence that made the world go silent.